Happy Fabulous Friday, guys. I didn't forget you. Past few days have been a little busy and long and tired, but I wanted to make sure I did get in day 9 of my 30-day video challenge. Wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but I started thinking about control. Now, I'll be the first to admit, and I can honestly say many people have called me a little bit of a control freak. Not intentionally. I'm laughing because I hear it a lot more than what I want to. But I am a nurse. I've been a healthcare provider for over 20 years, and nurses dislike more than anything lack of control. We want to control everything going on in our area. And so much so to a point that as patients, we're the worst. Most of us. I'm pretty good. I've been a patient a lot, more than I'd like to have been, so I've had opportunities to be good and not be so annoying. So I am good at that. But however, in all aspects of our life, we tend to want to control things. And I was thinking about an incident when I used to work in critical care so many years ago on the floor, and I had a knot underneath my breast line that my bra would bother me. Now, my PCP, primary care physician, he worked in the same hospital and he made rounds at night, and I worked night shift. It bothered me all night, and I kept walking around, and my coworkers saying, you better make an appointment, you better make an appointment, and I could feel a knot. So I knew he was coming to make rounds, so probably a half an hour before he got there, not even, I go and get my needle and my syringe and my culture tube, and I go in the bathroom and I stuck a needle in there, and I did what's called a needle aspiration. Now, of course, I sterilized the area and everything before I did that. But I went in the bathroom and I stuck that needle in my chest, and I got whatever was out of it, put it in my, I cultured it, put it in the tube, and when he arrived, I said, Dr. Rose, I need you to put an order in for this. He said, what is it? I said, I did a needle aspiration, I need a culture order for it. He said, you did what? I said, I did a needle aspiration on a cyst on my breast. He said, are you crazy? I said, no. I need to be in control of what's going on here, and I didn't want to wait until I could make an appointment when I know you were coming in and you could go ahead and put the order in and we'd have the results tomorrow. People thought I was the craziest thing to do that. I knew what I was doing. I was in control of the situation. I made things happen. That's what was important to me. That is typically how I look at my life. Hey, Steve. And I want to be in control, and when I'm not in control, I do feel uncomfortable. Like, yeah, they told me that too, Tony. But it's not that bad. It's just certain things that I want to have in control, but it does carry over into your life. I have not worked on the floor, but I do in many years, but I do still have that characteristic. I won't call it a characteristic flaw, but my point is, sometimes we have to realize that we're not going to have control, and it's okay. Personally, that is a struggle. Sorry about that phone call. Personally, that is a struggle for me, but it's something that I've worked on in my almost 50 years. But just to say that, what's the worst thing that can happen if we give up a little control? Really? I mean, in certain situations, yes. I would say that in the hospital setting, if you give up to control to the wrong person, disaster can happen. However, in our everyday lives, we tend to put too much emphasis on having control of every little aspect of our life. So much so that our stress levels are ridiculously through the roof. We have the highest rate of heart attacks per capita via countries in the U.S. because we have so many type A personalities. We want to remain control in everything from business to home life, and it's really hard on you. So that incident of me sticking a needle in my chest is not something I would advise anyone else to do. I was very comfortable with what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and I just needed to get it done. To be honest, would it made a difference if I waited and made an appointment with my doctor and been able to come in and do it? No. I just would have had the results a little later. Not a bad idea. Not a problem. It wasn't critical. However, that control mentality, I need to do it then, I need to do it now, and I wasn't going to be happy until I did it the way I wanted to. Well, that's what I'm getting at. Sometimes we have to step back and think about how important it is to put that pressure on yourself to get things done, or really how not important it is. We really have to sit down and look at the overall picture of what we're trying to do, rather than putting so much pressure on ourselves. And sometimes not just ourselves, our families. I know sometimes in households we have expectations of what we want to do, and we want our family members to follow in suit, and not everybody has that personality. Not everybody sees what you see as such a priority. I've been called bossy, Mr. Bazemore. I don't think I'm bossy. I'm direct. I don't want to say that I just have to be in charge, but I will own that I do feel the need to be in control. And I have slimmed it down just a little bit. I won't give it up. Well, I won't honestly say I have given it up. But, when you have a household of children and you're running things, you're doing things what works for you. And that tends to trigger over into your everyday life. And I just want to say that sometimes it's okay to give up that control and allow someone else to take the reins, or allow things to happen as they will. Because there's going to be situations that we just can't make happen. We can't make it happen the way we want to, or we can't make it happen as fast as we want to. It's part of life. So take that in consideration. Nothing, again, had happened wrong. And they ran my test. It was fine. There was no issues. The culture, it was just an infected cyst, nothing big. I have to say I still felt better because I did it and I took care of it. But, it could have waited. It wasn't life-threatening. So, with that, I'm going to end with that. Keep in mind, it's okay to let someone else have control, number one. Number two, we don't have to be in control of everything in order to succeed. We have to be aware of what we need to do. We have to be prepared and have a plan of what we need to do. But we also have to understand that life happens. And things happen that change everything in a blink of an eye. So instead of stressing ourselves out, getting upset, a huge factor in our world and society is high blood pressure, cardiac disease, especially women. Heart disease is #1 killer for women. And so, and stress takes a part of that. And I'm just speaking as women in particular, we take on a lot. And we go. We're known for that. So, take a step back. Breathe and do it properly. It's breathe in through your nose 4 seconds. Blow out of your mouth. Open mouth 4 seconds. Relax your body. It would do you some wonders to do that. Meditate and not be so serious all the time. I know some people are laughing because I'm known as being serious more than what I think I am. And my last note, another name I was described as besides bossy. I'm bossy and I'm soft. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I'm a wuss, but I'm tough? I don't know. But that's it for me tonight. Let go of some control. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. I almost forgot it was Friday. It's Fabulous Friday. Do something for yourself this weekend. Feel fabulous. Do anything, no matter how small, no matter how big. Do something to make yourself feel fabulous. Love you guys. Have a great night.